Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be our Algebra 2 Essentials, Lesson 6, Using Tables on the Calculator, Homework Review, Part 1. And this is the last lesson for Essentials, and we're doing functions next. All right, so make sure you have your graphing calculator along with to follow along with some of the things we're going to do. Also, just to let you guys know, please give this video a like if you find it helpful, and also subscribe if you have not done so already. And so let's start. So it says use the store feature on your calculator to evaluate each of the following. No work needs to be shown. And so we're going to pull up a calculator. And so how we use the store feature. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so let me pull the calculator. And so we're going to, in this case, moves around so maybe we can see a little better. Moves around. There you go. All right, so it's in the field. All right, so here we go. So we want to set the value of x equals 8. So you can see, so basically I have the screen as well as on the calculator. So what we do is we're going to type in -8, so -8, and then the store button, which is right above on, store, and we're going to assign the letter x. Okay, enter. And so now what happens is every time we use x in expression, it will automatically plug in -8 for us. So for example, I'll show 2x, where 2x would be same as 2 times -8 or -16. So for question A, it says so if x equals x equals -8, 7x plus 18, so we'll do 7x plus 18 and enter. Now so we have -38. Now, this is kind of nice, but the reality is the store function is kind of important if we have very complex type of number that we've calculated and want to use later on. So we do this in calculus. We come up with this crazy number that we'll then use in a problem, in a later part of the problem as well too. Okay, so that's the first one. All right, so the second question is going to have us using x equals -3. X positive 3 for 3x squared plus -2x plus 5. So let's do store again. So x equals 3, so 3 store and x, enter. And I think we said x squared, so definitely x squared. I think it was -2x plus 5. So -2x plus 5. -2x plus 5. And now the calculator will plug in our value of 3 there, and we get 8. Okay? All right. I'll move this over a little bit here. So let's look at the third problem we have. All right, and so ooh, it's a long one too. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to store x equals -5. So here's -5. Store, this is part C in case you didn't see here. So here's C, x cubed plus 5x squared minus 4x minus 20. So here, okay, so we've put -5 store x, enter. And so now we'll take x cubed, x raised to the third power, plus 5x squared, x squared. Oops. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm typing here. I forgot to bring the cursor down. So let me just put the cursor over the plus, delete the rest of these. Delete this 2 as well. Delete this. Oops, gotta get the 2. Delete that, and then move the cursor to the right. Ah, there it goes. Plus 5x squared. So one of the things you have to make sure if you're using exponents and all, you have to, in this case, move the cursor over, take it off the exponent spot. All right, so plus 5x squared minus 4x minus 20. And so yeah, the store function would be great when we have longer polynomials like this. All right, so we plug in -5, and we get, well, 0. Okay, so that's a 0 in this case. Well, let's continue. Absolute value of x squared minus 2x minus 8 for x equals 1. Okay. Move this over. Okay, look at the problem as well too. X equals 1, right? X equals 1. And so here we're going to store 1. Store into x. Enter. Now for absolute value, you can find absolute. We're going to hit the math button. and go to the right one to num. And there ABS is absolute value. So we do that first, absolute value. Okay, so now we can type in our expression, x squared minus 2x minus 8. And this will be inside the absolute value. Move the cursor over. Okay, and now hit enter. And now we have 9. All right, so we saw in this case how do we get absolute value on our calculator. Hit the math button, move over to one spot to num, and then you'll be able to get enter and get the absolute value, ABS absolute value. All right, for letter E, 5, so we'll do store x equals 2. Let's do a store x equals 2. To store into x, enter. And now we're going to do the fraction. In this case, 5x minus 3 over 4x squared plus 5. So 5x minus 3. Now to do this, I'm going to do parenthesis, 5x minus 3, close that parenthesis. Okay, then divide by, I believe it was 4, open parenthesis. So 4x squared, I believe it was, 4x squared, right? Plus 5. Okay, plus 5. Plus 5, okay? And close parentheses again. Now the reason why I close parentheses is because to make sure that we want the calculator to do the work inside parentheses first of each one and then divide. So we enter this and we get 0.3333. Now this is a repeating decimal, which is a rational value, and we can find the actual fraction since repeating decimal by hitting that math button again, and you'll notice here you see the word frac. So the calculator will convert this into a fraction, enter, enter again, and the point repeating 3 is going to be 1/3. Okay, so for question D, sorry, the question F, actually, question F, x equals -5. All right, so store x equals -5. So -5, store, enter, and this, oops, type there, go to, okay. Oh, forgot the x value. Oh, shucks. Now enter. Now there you go. We actually have to store the number into a particular variable. All right. And so the expression I believe was a square root. Let's see now if I can move this around. Move this over. Here we go. Yeah, there you go. So the square root. Right. So it's on the screen, so you can see this now. So square root is right above x squared. So you hit second x squared. All right, and since we're doing a fraction, the same as before, open parenthesis, 4 minus x, close parenthesis, divide by, open parenthesis, x plus 9. Close parenthesis, and now we enter 1.5, or 3/2. Okay, so this is how we use a store function in our calculator. Right, you'll type in oops, well, that was weird. What if I can make that larger again? So we'll see. Okay, hopefully. Okay, maybe not. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, let me delete this for now. I'll put it back up later. All right, so in this case, we're going to hit the value, hit store, and x for the variable we're going to plug into. All right, so it's helpful if we want to take a value and then use it later on to evaluate someone else. You'll see this very useful when we start doing functions, especially composition of functions. Although technically we can probably type it in the form of the composition, but you'll see what I mean. We use one value and use it again to another. Okay, all right. So question number 2, the store features. The store features is particularly helpful in checking to see if a value is a solution to an equation. Let's see how this works in this problem. Consider the relatively easy linear function. All right, solve for x. Okay, so the very first thing to do is solve for x. We're going to, again, what I usually do is I take care of the variable first. So the smaller variable between left side and right side I get rid of, which is the 4x. So subtracting 4x on both sides. And we're left with 2x minus 3 equals 9. Going to add 3 to both sides. So we have 2x is equal to 12. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 6. All right, so Now, what they want us to do is to store the answer 6 into a calculator and then see if it works for both expressions, the 6x minus 3 and the 4x plus 9. Okay, so let me clear this. So we're going to do 6 was our answer, and we're going to store into x. Enter. Okay, now let's see if this works out. And how do I know if it's correct or not? Let's see. So let's type in 6x minus 3. So 6x minus 3, and we get the value of 33. Now the other expression was 4x plus 9. So type in 4x plus 9, and we're going to get 33. And so now we know if this works out fine. Now that we got the right answer. How do we know? Well, the calculator is evaluating both the sides with the answer we found. Let's say, for example, we found the wrong answer. Let's say, for example, we had typed in 5 and store x. Oops, not x, just x. Delete that. Okay, enter. Now I want to plug in 6x minus 3. So instead of me typing it again, I'm going to go upwards and just highlight and enter. Enter again, 27. Now let's try the other one, 4x plus 9. Hit enter again. Okay, 29. You'll notice in this case that we do not get the same answer. So if we have found an answer and we got different values for both expressions, we will know for sure it's not correct. This answers this question, okay? Why does what you found in part B verify that your solution is correct or possibly incorrect if you made a mistake? Because the answer is going to give us a value for each expression, and both of those values for both 6x minus 3 and 4x minus 9 came out the same answer of 33. So that's how we do this, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be where we end part 1. I hope it was helpful to you guys, being able to use the calculator, the store function, and just being able to check your work in this case. So just know that we're going to continue doing some more work for this lesson. And it might be something like a throwaway lesson for some of you guys, like, oh, we'll use calculator. But a lot of you want to know how to use our graphing calculator. It is not a cheap piece of equipment, and it is extremely helpful, especially the different little things. I hope you saw how we use the fraction button as well as store feature as well too. And we're going to be doing other things as well with it, with part 2 and part 3 for this lesson though. So in this case, if you find stuff new, and like new to you, like, wow, I didn't know that, definitely, if you can, please give this video a like. Love to hear from you. So leave feedback as well as any questions or comments in the comment section below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and also, if you can, turn on notifications so we learn when new videos are added, especially since we're going over Algebra 2 videos all this summer. Okay, if you're watching it right before school ends, whenever you watch this, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully it's helpful to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe.